Hi, good evening. This is Jake from Inspiring Coach. Welcome to the webinar. I wonder if you could type in where you're from, just to give me an idea where everyone is from. Right, I see Pretoria, someone from Durban. Welcome. Palabora, that's a long way. Welcome to our webinar. Cape Town, Michelle. Welcome, Michelle. And a hi right back to you. Hi, Claudia, Johannesburg, Johannesburg, Johannesburg. Nadia, Johannesburg. Welcome to the webinar. Right, we'll give it another minute or two to see if more people come on board. In the meantime, we can slowly start. Have you ever stopped and wondered if you're living your life to your fullest? If you're living to your true potential and living out your purpose? If you're not living each day with passion, excitement, and energy, then the simple answer is no. Having a purpose is the difference between making a living and making a life. When you're living your purpose, every day has meaning. If you know what you want, you can find meaning in the things you do and in your career. I've coached hundreds of women, and one day when I thought back, I made the startling discovery. When I started working with them, 80% were unhappy with their lives. I don't know what my life is all about, most said. Many people I coach are well off, some in positions of power, some had the first house and the second house, the first spouse and the second spouse, yet 80% were unhappy with their lives when we met. What distinguished the happier 20% was that they knew something about their life purpose. And this was because they knew four things: what they did, who they did it for, what those people wanted and needed, and what those people got out of it, or how they changed as a result. So let's see if we can find your life purpose. Maybe you've wondered about your life purpose for a long time. You know, there are many magazines and articles and books about it. In fact, Amazon lists 151,927 books that refer to how you can learn your life purpose. So, let's figure out your life purpose right now. I hope you have pen and paper with you, because you're going to jot down a few things. I'm not giving you a lot of writing to do tonight, just a few little sentences, or few words preferably. Right. I want you to write down, first think about it and write down, what do you do? What do you love to do? If there are many things coming up, ask yourself this question: what do you feel supremely qualified to teach other people? Try and write it in 1 or 2 words. And to give you a little example, what I do is I coach. Now, what do you do? Do you write? Do you teach? Do you sell? Do you draw? What is it that you do? What is it that you love to do? Are you ready with that? Right. I see there's some more people joining. We've just covered what your life purpose is right now, and I want you to write down, what do you do? What is it that you love to do in 1 or 2 words? And my example was, I coach. The second point, who do you do it for? Please don't say you do it for your boss or your husband. Who are the people that you're doing what you love doing? Who are these people? Write down again in 1 or 2 words, and as an example I'm going to give you, I said I coach. I coach women. Mine is short and sweet. I coach women. The next point is, what do they want or need? These people that you do it for, what do they want or need? Think about it. Write it down in 1 or 2 words. I'll give you my example again. I coach, number 1, 2 women, 3 who need guidance. That's what I do. I coach women who need guidance. Write it down in 1 or 2 words if you can. The last question. How do these people change as a result of what you do or what you give them? What do they get out of it? And again, I'll use my example. I coach women who need guidance to be their very best. Okay, so I'd like you now to write underneath number 4 in 1 sentence. String it together. What do you do? Who do you do it for? What do they want or need? And how do they change as a result of what you give them, what they get out of it? And mine reads like this. I coach women who need guidance to be their very best. Great. We've looked at your purpose. Give yourself a hand. Now, why is this formulation so powerful? Because these 4 things, of them, only 1 is about yourself. The rest are about other people. Who they are, what they need, and how they change as a result of what you do. This formulation forces you to be outward-facing. And the thing is, all 20% of happy people I referred to earlier were outward-facing. They knew who they served, what those people needed, and how those people changed as a result. You can ask yourself the question, is what you do people change as a result of that? And I sincerely hope they do. Most successful people focus on the people they serve rather than on how they are served themselves. So when you meet new people, what happens? They always ask, so what is it that you do? Now immediately the monologue starts in your head. You question, why is she asking me this? Is it because she wants to know if she should spend time talking to me? Or is it because she can tell me what she does and it's so much better than I do, right? No. So when someone asks you what you do, you name the last thing that you wrote down. How what you do changes people you do it for. And I would like to share this story with you. I coached a lady who worked in a clothing store. And she was very unhappy. When we found her purpose, she changed and said, I sell clothing to men and women who need affordable choices so they can look and feel their very best. So when people ask me, what do? I say, I help women be the best they can be. This lady is now being groomed as a manager in the chain, and she will early in the new year manage her own store. Because when people ask her now what she does, she says, I help people look and feel their very best. Please send me an email tomorrow with your life purpose. What it is that you do, why you do it, and what people get out of it. This is the very first step. Finding your purpose is the first step to your future. Once you know your purpose, it leads to inspiration, and inspiration leads to intention. Intention leads to action, which leads to results. I must apologize, my screen is not changing for some reason. Let's see if we can change that. No, it's not changing, it's just somehow stuck here. Okay, we'll carry on regardless. Finding your purpose is the first step to your future. Once you know your purpose, it leads to inspiration. Inspiration leads to intention, which leads to action, which leads to results. It's nearly the end of the year. Now that you've found your purpose, you may want to set new goals incorporating your purpose, and I have just the right tool for you. I've written an ebook on goal setting, and I'm making this available to you absolutely free. If you send me an email tomorrow, jake@inspiringcoach, one word, .coza, with goal setting in the subject line, I will send this to you immediately. And I want to take the opportunity to tell you about my next webinar. And the timing again is perfect. We're nearing the end of 2016, a year that I'm sure was very hard for many people. My new webinar is called How to Create Your Best Life, and fits beautifully with tonight's webinar. Now that you've identified your purpose, you can incorporate your purpose into your vision and create a new life. What we'll cover in this is who you really are. We will look and dig deep and find your strengths, your weaknesses, and your opportunities. Most people who fail really suffer from a lack of strong identity, a belief in themselves, and to be frank, respect for themselves. We'll dig deep to find out what your strengths, weaknesses, and opportunities are. We will find your vision. Vision is an aspirational description of what you would like to achieve or accomplish in the midterm or long-term future. It's a vital tool, and it will serve as a clear guide for choosing current and future courses of action. We will look at your mission. With your purpose and vision established, we will create a written declaration of your core purpose and focus, the blueprint for this new life we're going to create. We will create goals, and we will set a massive action plan in place. We'll do a fun and powerful exercise by creating a tagline. Tagline, a great little thing. It forces you to think about exactly what it is about you that is unique, your unique advantage point. Then we will start working on reconditioning you. I love to call it reconditioning. This is really daily rituals to rewire your mind. In this, we will change your belief system and your state into believing the new vision, mission. Visualization is one of the most powerful mind exercises you can do. And we will use visualization to ritualize, to actualize by employing mantras, mottos, and metaphors. Then we will embark on a 90-day exponential career growth program where I will help you find even greater goals and set even bigger action plans. I will send those details, or the details of this webinar, to you soon, and I hope to see you there again. And I would be thrilled to change your life or your business. I'm a career coach, I'm a business coach, I am available at any time for a conversation. Please email me, jake@inspiringcoach.co.za. Thank you so much for attending the short little webinar. It was my first one. I wish you a lovely evening and lots of success. But please get in touch with me. I will send you the goal setting ebook, and I would love to have a conversation with you. Thank you and good night.